Hey, what's up guys, it's your girl Nicka and I'm back with another video. Alright guys, so first off, if you are new, welcome to my channel. I'm Nicka. If you are not new, welcome back. If you are not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the family. Also go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime that I upload videos to my channel. Let's get started. Alright guys, so today in this video, I wanted to do I was in between whether I should do like a turban tutorial video of how I tie my turbans or if I should do like a makeup video. And one of my friends that I work with was telling me about how she wanted me to post a video about how I do my concealer. Like if I just wanted to do a basic makeup look with just concealer, like a little bit of foundation, not a whole face of makeup, and how I would match those foundations or how I would go about picking those shades. So I'm torn in between which video, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the concealer video, and then I think I'm gonna wait on the turban video so I can go ahead and get this video out and get it posted for her. Shouts out to my girl Amira. This one's for you, boo! Starting with our eyebrows, I'm gonna go ahead and fill those in really quick, and then I'm gonna come back so we can go ahead and get started with our concealer and foundation. All right guys, so I went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera. And to start with just the moisturizer, I'm gonna go ahead and moisturize my face really quick. This is the Dermasil Dry Skin Treatment Moisturizing Lotion that I use. It's $1 at the Dollar Tree. Get it on budget, do your thing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take like a pea size. Alright, so now that we have our moisturizer on our face, we're gonna go in with our foundation. The NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and I've really been liking that foundation, so I think we're just gonna use that one. It's just something easy. I was using the Maybelline Fit Me, and I love that foundation. Like that's gonna always be my go-to boo. Lately I've been using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, and I really like this foundation. It's not as full coverage as I thought it would be, but I just tend to go with a little bit more on my cheeks just to cover up the scarring on my cheeks, because this doesn't fully cover my scars. So, but I'm just gonna take 2 pumps on my hand. All right. And a lot of the time I get questions about how do you match your foundation? Like how do you know what color is your true foundation color? And so typically I'll find a foundation shade that's close to my skin color. With me, I'm more like a yellow golden undertone. So I'll try to go with a golden undertone foundation. So you have your light, your medium, and your dark. And I'm more like a medium. Sometimes if you're in a store or wherever you are, they have, some stores have testers, but I'll grab a tester. So if I'm in Ulta I know has a lot of testers for their foundations. Walmart, Target, not so much, but what I'll do is I'll probably like open it a little bit and then dab a little on my hand and then take it on my neck and my jawline and my neckline. And then I'll just go ahead and take my finger and I'll blend it into my neck. Blend it all the way in. Blend it all the way in until you can't see the foundation anymore, until it's blended in with your skin. And so when that's blended in, you can't see where it starts, where it ends, you know, that is your shade. Go with that shade. A lot of times foundations are like trickier, so sometimes you might have to play with them. But for the most part, if you just find the foundation that's closer to your skin tone, take it from your jaw to your neck, blend it in really, really good. If it blends, that's you. That's your shade. You might get lighter in the winter, you might get darker in the summer, so shades might change depending on like the season. Sometimes I know I'll get darker in the summer and I'll lighten up like in the winter. But it is still the same concept. Take it from your jawline to your neck and blend it all in. When you can't see where it ends or where it begins, that's your shade. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rest of this foundation. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it to my face. Anytime I'm blending makeup, I'll do a damp beauty blender. This one needs to be clean, you have to excuse it. try to take my foundation like behind my ear a little bit and down my neck, because you don't want your makeup looking like a mask. You want to make sure like your face is flawlessly covered in foundation, no matter how much foundation you use. Even if it's just the tiniest bit of foundation, you just want to make sure that is nicely blended, you know what I mean? As you can see, it's just an even surface of foundation. And sometimes you might have like scar and peek through, but for the sake of this video, I'm not worried about that. I'm mainly focused on me showing y'all how to use concealer to effectively, where you won't have to use like a whole bunch of makeup. So for concealer, we're gonna be using our NYX HD Photogenic Concealer in the shade CW06. I'll go ahead up under my eye and I'll put concealer there, and I sometimes drag it out, not too much out past the eye, but just a little bit past the eye. And I do a generous amount. I don't go like haywire on concealer because you're just gonna blend it out. I'll do a little bit on my forehead, Cupid's bow, just the nose a little bit, and the chin. Just using that same beauty blender, I'll go ahead and just blend out everything. And pretty much concealing is just gonna conceal like dark marks, or it's gonna highlight. So if you conceal, you can conceal with a concealer that's closer to your skin tone if you don't want like that super highlighted look. Now, if you wanna do a concealer that's gonna give you like a highlight look, you can go a couple shades lighter than your foundation. So this would be my foundation shade, and this would be my concealer shade. So it's like probably like 2 shades lighter, maybe 3 shades lighter than my foundation. You can always do a concealer that's the same shade as your foundation. You can always do a concealer that's the same shade as your foundation, or that's close to the same shade as your foundation. Either way, it works. If you don't want a super dramatic look, whatever works for you. Just do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. That's all I gotta say. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. Typically, with my concealer, I'll go ahead and set my concealer just because my face is oily. I am oily 365, 24/7, you name it. I'm oily all the time. I don't know why. It's just the way my skin is. So I like to go ahead and set with a translucent powder just to kind of keep my makeup intact, just to kind of keep my makeup from creasing, keep my makeup from moving. So if you want, you can set. If not, you can always take a foundation powder and you can set your face with a foundation powder. I like to go in with Airspun, the Airspun Loose Face. Airspun Loose Face Powder, and this is in the shade Naturally Neutral. I've been using this for a long time, but it comes in a container. Oh, I'm making a mess. It comes in a container like this, and y'all, I cracked it. Yeah, you have to excuse that. Y'all, this is a lot of product. It's 2.3 ounces of product. You can get this at Walmart, Target, Walgreens, Ulta. But this goes a long way. As you can see, I got a whole bunch of this stuff and I'm making a mess, so I should probably just go ahead and put it down and apply it. I just usually take my beauty blender and I dip into about that much. You can blow off some of that powder, and then I'll go ahead and just set up under my eye. And I'll just start from the inside and just take that product out. You don't have to use so much, but it just depends on how oily you are. If you haven't used loose powder before, I would start off with a little bit. I wouldn't start off with a whole bunch because you don't want to look crazy. I've done that before and I've looked crazy. Please don't make the same mistake I made. I'm gonna just take a little bit more and put it up under this eye And I'm just patting it into the skin. I'm pressing it into the skin with my beauty blender. Just pressing it all in. Press all that in. All right, so I'm gonna take some on my nose. My nose gets really, really oily. So I'm just go up and down the bridge of my nose and set my nose. Just take some on my forehead. Once again, just pressing that into my skin. Put some on the chin. With smile lines, I will say, if you have smile lines, which are these, and you got big cheekbones like me, then your makeup will crease. If you're oily, okay, take that back. If you have smile lines and you're oily, you can get crease lines. Your smile lines will crease. Your smile lines will show. So I take some setting powder and I set my smile lines just so that those won't crease throughout the day. So you won't look like an old lady with big old cheek bags, with grocery cheek bags on your face, okay? So I make sure I set those super good because you will have some cracks in your face. That's what I like to call it, cracks. My creases get so bad, I don't call them creases. I call them cracks. You want some cracks in your face? If not, you better set it. You better set it and go and move on and go about your day. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this on my nose just to get that out of the way, and I just go ahead and blend that, press that into the skin around the nose. Now that we have blended all of that in, I usually like to go in with a bronzer or a contour powder. All right, y'all, so for contour, we're gonna be going in with our Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. And this palette comes with 3 different shades. So it comes with a darker contour shade, it comes with a lighter contour shade, and then it comes with a highlighting shade. I used to use this darker shade, but then I was like, ooh, that contour is like really intense. So I want it for a more natural look because I like more natural, boring makeup. I usually go for this lighter contour shade. So I like to take a powder brush and I like to just dip a little bit into that shade and knock some of the excess off, and then go in a circular motion through my cheekbone. If this ain't the most natural looking face, and I go up under my chin, because you know, sometimes when you got a double chin, girl, you gotta cover that up. You gotta chisel that out a little bit. So that's the purpose of this contour. We're gonna have to contour our chin a little bit because you can't you can't be having no double chin, or at least you can't let nobody know you got a double chin, you know. So we're gonna take some of this to the forehead, and it's gonna sculpt out our forehead a little bit. And you can take some to the temples. Now with that same palette, I'm just gonna take a shadow brush, and I usually like to go in that same shade, a little bit, dust off the excess, and I like to just go ahead and kind of carve out my nose, contour my nose, snatch my nose, shape my nose, contour my nose. I'm just going on the side of my nose with that shade, going up to the eye, bring it down, and just defining the nose. That's it. All right, to set the whole face, I go in with a foundation powder. So I use the Black Radiance Soft Focus powder, and this is in the shade, it rubbed off. Can't remember the shade, it rubbed off, but I'll make sure I put it down in the description box below. So I'll take a different powder brush and I'll just go ahead and dip into this and just go all over my face, just to kind of set and take away any loose face powder, so you don't have that flashback or you don't have that ghosty look of powder from like your flash pictures or whatever. If it's nighttime or whatever, you don't have that flash from that loose face powder. And I try to go up under my eye like constantly, just because that's, if anywhere, my smile lines and up under my eyes will crease the most. If any creasing, that's where it's gonna crease first. You know what I mean? All right, so that's pretty much it for concealer and foundation. We'll go on with some blush. This is my Almar blush palette. I got this from TJ Maxx, somewhere. It's not expensive at all. This is not expensive. This was like $5. You see all these blushes? Now, granted that I only use these two, it's still a good blush palette. I'll just go into these two shades. A little bit of shadow, I guess we could do. I mean, I was just trying to focus on the face, like concealer and foundation, but I went ahead and just showed contour also, because if you want to go ahead and do contour, you can. Just go ahead and use contour too. If you want to experiment with it, if you want to practice with it, if you want to see how it looks, if you want to see how it comes out, if you want to test it, whatever the case may be, just do it. So I went ahead and showed y'all that also. I guess we can go ahead and add a little bit of highlight, you know, to our face. That's pretty much it. If you want to go, let's go back into our Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. Let's pick up a shadow brush. So we'll pick up this brush. Back into this lighter shade. And I'm just gonna pop this on my lid. Just put this on my crease just to give our eye some color. So we're gonna go in with our NYX pencil in the shade Chaco. We're just gonna go ahead and line the lips, and then we're just gonna go ahead and put a layer of NYX Matte Silky Lip in the shade Potter's Clay right on top. Take this pencil looking brush and all right guys, just a simple basic foundation concealer look. I went ahead and threw some concealer contour tips. And I threw some mascara and I threw a lip on. I think I'll probably add a gloss to this just because it kind of looks, it's cute, it's fine, whatever. I was gonna wrap my hair up with a turban, but I guess this is fine. I guess I'll leave it like this. It looks a little crazy, but I'm trying to stay away from relaxers. So I've just been doing the natural thing. I got some loose, crazy hairs. Yeah, y'all. So that concludes this video. I hope that y'all liked this video. I hope that y'all was able to take something from this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you for hanging in there with me. We are growing. Thank y'all so much for all the love and the support from my fellow YouTubers, my family, my friends. Thank y'all so much. It's just all appreciated. We getting there, one face at a time. So I'll see y'all in the next video. As usual, it's all love here, and together let's continue to grow by resurfacing the unimaginable. Until next time, bye guys.